They need to know about echo chambers. They need to know about the young Puerto Rican girl, Lady Blue, who was a little girl running and tagging trains with the dudes. If you're going to talk about hip-hop, that's what we need to be talking about. Excuse my language, I'm tired of them celebrating, and I'm one of them, us record-making motherfuckers. Whoa. Let's look at that as an accomplishment that hip-hop allowed us to achieve. But if we're going to celebrate 50 years of hip-hop, let's talk about the individuals that created and that are still here.
Thank you, Lord.
They don't need to hear from me. They don't need to hear from Jay-Z. They don't need to hear from Eminem. They need to hear from Chirac. They need to hear from the Grand Wizard Theodore and Jason Tone and the Funky Folk of Treacherous 3. Not Mo D when he went solo and Battle LL. Mo D had an existence before that in one of the greatest hip-hop groups ever called the Treacherous 3. Before they made their records. So I just wanted to get that off my chest because for the next year of this celebration of hip-hop, that's what's coming out my mouth. Right, don't celebrate me, celebrate hip-hop. So let me tell you how I got here. And it's an honor and pleasure that you really brought me here because I was there at the Grammys, but this is way better than that. Hello. You know what's cool I was there? But this is how we should be celebrating the people and the culture on TV. So I'm this little kid from Queens, and I'm in a room surrounded by walls, and there's no windows. I'm just in a room surrounded by walls, and I got all of this imagination in me and nothing to do with it. And then Rappers Delight comes out. Now this is really funny. So Rappers Delight comes out, and it was cool, but it didn't grab me. Hip hop, you know, it was cool. But Big Bang Henchman grabbed me because I was a kid, and I was like, he's talking about superheroes. So to come and find out that that man who was there in the beginning of hip hop was a presence in the spirit on the record. That was the captivating factor. Oh shoot. But I didn't learn many years later that that moment in my life would have a significance. So Rappers Delight came out. Then my brother brought home this record called Super Rapping. So me as a little kid that loved comic books, this guy's talking about superheroes. This record's called Super Rapping by this Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. What the hell is that? So my brother put that on the turntable, and then I noticed these hip hop records. And what I just opened and said about this is very significant. So the hip hop records, the Breaks, Rappers Delight, Super Rapping, Spoonie, it was all these records. Now I'm growing up in Queens. And this is why the records have to be irrelevant. So when we graduated elementary school, Jam Master Jay and Run, they went to a school called Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson was crazy.
Andrew Jackson. Yeah, it's 5 minutes from Hollis. But I took 3 trains and 2 buses every day for 4 years to go to a school called Rice High School on the corner of 124th Street and Lenox Avenue. Now, I did not know this journey was part of my destiny. Now, like you said, I'm hearing the hip hop records. So I get to Rice High School. The kids in Rice, they from the Bronx. They from Harlem. They from Manhattan. And there was this one kid, Terrence Washington, right? He walked into school at the end of every school week with a case. Kaz, you're gonna love this. The case that carried cassettes.
Of course, of course.
And at the end of every school week, he would come in and he would open up the case, and there was all these tapes in there. And they were labeled Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 4. Oh, I thought it was Furious 5. Curtis Blow and Flash. Treacherous Street, Black Door, Autobahn. Is that the place where Malcolm got shot? Yeah, they turned that into a spot with it. People don't know that.
Yeah.
Hip hop was in the place for Malcolm. That blew my mind. But here's the killer thing. So he's telling me these tapes are all the people that's making records before they made records. What? How much is that? $3, $4, $5. So I started listening to these tapes. And it was these tapes that started putting windows in the walls that were surrounding this little kid from Queens. And when I first heard hip hop, it wasn't about having a record deal or being an entertainer. It was about, oh shoot, you can tell stories about who you are. So I started writing my little rhymes. I'm Easy B. Because my name is Darryl, and it's easy for me to write these rhymes. So I write these rhymes 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. I'm getting a hands-on education from the boys and girls who created this culture of how to display, how to represent it, how to create, what beats to use, what rhymes to say, how to shout. I rhyme with an echo chamber because of a lady. Shah Rock. Yes. To all of you, my name is Shah. She made, I want to do that. And then they hit tapes of Melly Mel. Everybody loved Mel because of the message. Terrence Washington had tapes with Melly Mel going, oh Melly Mel, y'all rock well, y'all, with the echo chamber dropping beats. There's a tape with Melly Mel rhyming over Walk This Way. With Scorpio. And they killing it. But then something amazing happened. Something that gave me the courage to say, all right, I'm going to do this, but I want to do it as a celebration and a representation for what they created for me. See, we tend to forget to do what we do. We got to do it as a tribute and a celebration of the people who created it for me. So I took it upon myself. Every time you see me, I'm going to make sure I represent that. Not a record sale, not radio play. No, I'm representing that spirit. So in 12th grade, I got the assistance to make it happen. Terrence Washington walks into the lunchroom. He puts the, now this has been going on for 4 years. And he opens it up, and it's tapes, 1978. So the L Brothers. And Africa, I remember when I first heard of Africa Bambaataa in the Zulu Nation, I was scared. What the fuck is that? I don't want that one. What the fuck is that? But I got it anyway. And then, in the middle, it was a tape that said, this is 12th grade now. This is 4 years of hands-on learning about what hip-hop is. And Carlos Perez telling me about graffiti. Sam Wilson telling me about breakdancing, just giving me all of this. Now it's in me now, but I'm not thinking I'm gonna be the one to be doing it. But this is the thing that got me here today. In the middle of the 12th grade lunchroom cassette box was one that said the Cold Crush 4 versus the Fantastic 5 at Harlem World. And I was like, yo, what? Now it was the Treacherous 3, Funky 4+1, Furious 5. I had never heard of Cold Crush. Like, that was different. So I said, what's that? When Terrence goes, you can't get that one. So you know, as a young person, that's the one you want. I was like, I can please, I gotta have them. He said, Darryl, you can't get that one. That one is $12.
Oh, wow.
I only had 4.
Yeah, Marco.
But I was like, yo, I'll owe you. I should have never did this because I was ducking them for the rest of the year. I'll owe you the rest of it. Nah. So he finally gave it to me. And then I took it home. I put it in. And then, coming from the comic book world, you got to understand, hip-hop taught me to exist in this world the way Stan Lee had the superheroes existing in the Marvel universe. Because if you remember, You define yourself with an adjective. And I go in schools and I tell these kids, education is relevant.
Yes.
Define yourself with an adjective. And then tell the world who you are. From the comic books, I was like, this is what these boys and girls are doing for real. Because think about it. If I say the amazing, you'll say Spider-Man. If I say the incredible, you'll
Hulk.
say Hulk. If I say the invincible, you'll say no, invincible. Tony, yeah, Iron Man. And if I say the mighty, the guy with the hammer. This Cold Crush guy was Grandmaster Kaz.
Yes.
Girl, take it easy, AD, the Hunt Maker J, and the All My. What the hell is this? So that was the day Easy D, little Darryl McDaniels, changed his name. And I told Cass this when I first met him. I changed my name because of you. And he looked at me. I could have said, yo, you inspired me to rap. Oh, I like that Yvette rhyme. No, I walked up to him and said, I changed my name because of you. So Cass did that to me. But understand, hip hop did that to the world.
Say that. Say that. Say
And
that.
but it let us know. It let us know, and I tell people, hip hop just didn't create rappers.
That's right.
It created doctors, lawyers,
Yes,
and journalists, and playwrights, and designers, and producers, and entertainers, and actors, and everything. So for me to be here today is very special because I'm DMC. I got some cool rhymes. That's okay. Run DMC, first to go gold, first to go platinum. But that's record stuff. That's music industry stuff. This day is significant because this shows our little kids and the generations before us, and even older folks now, it's never too late to define yourself of who and what you are. I was just pretending to be the king of rock. In my basement, I didn't know I was going to become the king of rock. So the windows of hip hop, this is better than the Grammys, better than American Music Awards, better than Soul Train, better than all of that. Why? Because it's from the people.
Yes.
It's from the culture, and even more importantly, it's from the place that started it all. So I'm only doing what I do with the kids and stuff like that because hip hop has taught me to. And once I was given a responsibility, that was something that I was never going to forsake. So I stand before all of you as an example of what we have to continue to do every day during this 50-year celebration of hip hop. It shows that we can change the way things are. It shows that you can change who you are. I was Darryl McDaniels calling myself Easy D, but when I heard the Cold Crush, I changed my name to DMC and showed the world that we all can be kings and queens and rulers.